You know, let's bring Michael Malice in. I see him out there.
I see him. He's
what
matching.
A great guest to have
That's
on
how
this
you
day.
dress. He's a slick man.
There he is. How you doing, Michael?
Hello,
Take
sir.
a seat. It's
my thing.
it's insane out there, right? It's a whole new world.
That's the Alex Jones
yeah.
hat, which is in my kitchen right now. Wait, are you wearing cologne? Who's wearing cologne?
Me.
What kind of cologne are you wearing? This is
I don't
mall
tell
cologne.
anybody because it's good. Oh,
Mall
this
cologne.
is the best cologne.
It's terrible.
No, it's not.
You smell like a frat boy.
No, I don't.
Right.
I assure you it's the best cologne. Every girl... Hey, Kev Luby, smell me and say which one of us smells best.
Now that would be more important.
I see. I have no control over her.
You're really trusting the cologne recommendations of a woman from Eastern Europe?
Well, that's true.
Are you insane?
It is usually yak piss that we wear and make
Oh, look, golden yak.
Golden yak.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know
great.
she was from Eastern Europe.
You should know it when she praised your cologne.
Oh shit!
Smells
It's
like
a fine cologne.
notes of borscht
You wear shoes.
and potatoes.
It's
You
a
wear,
fine
like-
finish of yak piss and feces.
You wear shoes
like
like
Uncle
made out of
Horatio.
endangered species, and you're insulting my taste every time I see you. It's like I have fucking dodo bird
not
jeans
taste.
I
This is-
ordered on eBay
this
for
is not
$16,000.
This is the opposite of taste.
Here's 80 bars of
This is
soap
like-
I'm gonna
this is
open
like
to
polo
sheer
sport
boredom.
you get when you join your frat and you wear it for the next 10 years because you don't know any better.
Well, that's what I'll take then, because that's where I'm at in life.
This is why people don't like cologne because it smells like
No,
this.
because they like it. Because women are like, you smell really good. You
No,
don't.
you smell like the guy who date raped
You
me
don't. You
Oh
don't-
my god!
Well, maybe they.
and lost my virginity. to.
Maybe they
Sends
liked it.
Messages. Well, if they came.
Isn't that an oxymoron? Date
Stockholm-
rape and lost my virginity too. Always case.
Stockholm syndrome
tautology, you
is
mean.
Stockholm.
Yes. Okay. Tautology. Michael, welcome to the show.
So glad you're here.
The
I couldn't say no to the date rapist.
They weren't all dates.
yeah. Hey, you know, that's
It's
a
a
great
scent
point.
of yak piss and dates.
That's a great point. They're not
the
always
seeds.
dates.
No,
are
they're
they?
not always dates. You buy me popcorn, yes?
You don't have to wear a
We see American
mask
movie. Do you
on a
need something
date.
for
Why is
real?
it so tall?
I don't know.
I just
is
forget
it?
it. How
I
tall it
think
was?
it's our height.
You used a short stand.
I did,
Oh,
right?
you did
Okay,
use
thank
the
you.
shorter mic.
Would you like a short stand?
Yes.
and the short stand? In the meantime,
yeah.
I gotta say, did you notice out there the difference since the regime change? Isn't it
COVID's
completely?
cured.
COVID's cured.
For COVID's an inauguration.
Everything's fine. No more. Yeah, there's no
No?
COVID.
Now I feel like I'm back at home.
They actually, I did read that they're actually already making an excuse. Like and it was Bloomberg Media. It wasn't some crazy right-wing site or anything. Bloomberg had said something. Pop that thing up. I think I sent it to you. Where Bloomberg Media talked about Biden and COVID. Yeah, he said something to the effect of, this might be a little tougher than we first anticipated. Yeah. All the things now start coming out because
They're prepping people.
right, they're prepping people to accept that everything you heard during the campaign was a fucking lie.
Well, here's the other one that I want to hear your thoughts on. I'm sure you've discussed this probably in the show. Is of all the governors, people like Cuomo were like some of the worst, right?
Yeah.
And not that long ago, like the second Biden gets the electoral votes, he goes, well, so like on Monday, it's like, we're going to have to lock down again. There's the strain from the UK.
Right.
The second wave is coming. This is no joke. And it's the winter. Sorry, guys, but I got to keep you safe. Biden swore in Wednesday. He's like, well, we can't stay locked up forever.
Yeah, and then
It
he
was
goes,
so
"Right."
weird.
Yeah, because that's what happened. He goes, yeah, well, our economy can't do this forever.
Like,
It's all
48 hours
happening,
ago.
obviously, though. Every prediction. It was the same with the fucking vaccine. Right after the election, we have the vaccine. Right after this, we should stop.
Yeah,
Why?
Trump said, he goes, by December, we'll have a vaccine. Trust me on this. Trust him. This guy, he's
He said
terrible.
to inject
And then it
bleach.
happens, and no one goes, hey, let's play that clip where he said we'd have it by December. No, they're going, the great pharmaceutical companies that came up with this. Like, how do you
Despite
think
Trump.
they pushed it through?
Despite Trump.
Despite Trump. Right. Yeah, they
He was
announced
telling
it
them, hey, I don't want you to
day
cure
after
this.
election. Pfizer's like, Eureka!
Yeah.
We've got it. And now Amazon did the same thing. Did you see what Amazon did? They sent a letter to Joe Biden saying, hey, if you need us for distribution of the vaccine, we're here for you. Like they care so much, but they didn't care yesterday.
Yeah. Just a lot of people.
There it is. Amazon offers to help Biden administration with vaccines. Help Biden administration accelerate the distribution. Now, obviously, Amazon has a giant distribution operation around the country.
Thank you.
Now, that's if you want your vaccine stolen by some nefarious people at your
You want
door.
them to take a
catch
picture of it?
Yeah. If the Center for Disease Control has a Ring camera, you'll see the people delivering it, hauling it away.
Yeah. Taking a photo, picking it up, and getting back in the truck.
Yeah. They take a picture of it and then leave.
I got all these syringes for nothing.
Yeah. What is this? What is this garbage? Shots? What are these shots? So in their infinite humanitarianism,
Not even insulin. We all have that.
yeah, that's the sweet blood. Amazon offers to help. Why? Why now and not for Trump?
Well, I think this is a PR press release.
Yes.
So this is them to be like, hey, we're with the good guys.
Yeah.
Very clearly.
Exactly.
I gotta tell you, I would bet money that they offered to help Trump with the vaccine, but they didn't put out a press release.
Oh, you think?
Why wouldn't they? It makes them money. They're saving people's lives.
But wouldn't you have read like, wow, Amazon is helping with the...
Not if there's no press release, because the press release is what tells the media what story Amazon wants out there.
Yeah.
You see every level
Right?
of
That's how it
bullshit.
works.
Yeah,
That is
you're right.
correct.
No, you're absolutely right. You do.
Really think that if they had the vaccine under Trump, I don't think Amazon would say we're not delivering this. They want customers.
They want right, and they want people to think they're with the good guys.
Yeah, exactly.
The good guys.
No, that's very
Okay, what were the troops for? Do you know what all these
To kill innocent brown-skinned people.
was that it?
Oh, you mean America?
In general, not in general. The ones that were
To get oil,
ordering
right?
off
to bomb
Washington
farmers
D.C.
who don't even speak any language.
I don't know.
Yeah.
To hit children with tanks?
It fucking send a Hellfire missile into a wedding.
To whine about their health care.
Yeah. I still don't
Wake
know.
up crying in the middle of the night for no reason for years.
To teach guys how to fly planes?
Yeah, I still don't know why they were there, or
Listen, I'm not.
what they were doing.
They complain that there's too many white male pilots, but we tried it the other way and it didn't end up so
Yeah, it
good.
didn't quite work out.
Amelia Earhart, anybody brown? Just look at the list.
Put them up side by side. Do the math, people. I know it's hard for the dames. But do the math.
Can you imagine getting on a plane and just over the intercom you hear an Arabic voice?
Yeah,
You'd be like, I gotta get off.
I'm.
Yeah, I have an issue.
Yeah, sorry, I really
Yeah.
have to leave. You all would too if you knew it was good for you.
Sometimes God is not great.
Yes,
For
the goodwill of Allah.
trying to talk.
The goodwill of Allah, we will make it to our destination. Yeah. But I still don't know where they came from. Well, I know where they
I feel
came
like
from.
we're high.
I know, me too.
Where they were.
Where we were.
Like where they who sent them in, the troops
National Guard.
to DC.
Yeah.
And why were they there? Was it what was it to protect against? There was literally. Did you see that picture of the
Wait,
one
hold on.
guy
You
in
know what-
Albany?
You
with
know
a
what it
Trump
is.
flag?
In all seriousness.
Yeah.
Same reason that they're in the airports. It's so white suburban women feel safe.
Safe.
It's security theater. Here's the thing. If you have this, you want them undercover. If I see a lot of people who I'm worried about going to do something, I want to be plain clothes.
Yeah.
Let me join this crowd, blend in and look around. And if things go bad, then I can radio in. I don't want to.
Right.
So it's did you see this on my Twitter? I called one of these people a piece of shit at the airport.
Oh, boy.
It was one, and people are
Really?
like, oh, how could you do that? I go, I'm not from New York. And you think it takes like courage to tell someone that they're a piece of
They're a
shit?
piece of shit. We do it every day.
They wouldn't let me leave the airport without filling out the form.
Oh, the form that says you are not COVID.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the intimidation factor.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
they have them all in fatigues. There's
Yes.
no reason.
What would
to
they
be
do
camo blended at
if
an
you
airport.
just walked away?
Oh, he blocked my way. He
Well,
stood
you
in front
go
of the door.
around him.
No, there's two doors, and he literally stood in front of it. And I walked this way. I go, you're blocking my way. He goes, yeah. I said, you're pathetic and disgusting. I knew he wasn't gonna do shit. I'm not a badass.
What,
I'm not running my mouth against a cop in a dark alley. Let me assure you.
Is there an end there where you go to jail?
Well, I mean, if I assaulted him, I'd go to jail.
Yeah.
But I wonder is it a real law? Is it a state law? That's what I don't understand. Is every time I fly,
Yeah, all
in
these
and
things are
that's
not
there.
laws. They're like these
edicts.
suggestions.
Edicts
Yeah.
by the governor. Do it.
Oh, jeez, there, edict, huh?
It's like we can
my
fine
Hall of Family
you.
impression.
It's like we can fine you if you don't fill
She
this
was
out.
raped. Have some respect.
She was, wasn't she?
She thought he wouldn't love her anymore.
Well, hey, she smelled my cologne.
Cologne, yeah. What's that cologne you're wearing?
I remember it.
It smells familiar.
You smell very familiar.
I got in college there, Edith, huh?
I feel like I've given up my power.
Let's do impressions from 60 years ago.
Why not?
This was from My Mother the Car. You might remember. I was
Enjoy.
kids. Mother.
Chitty bang bang.
Jerry Van Dyke.
Yes, Jerry Van Dyke. It's called Jerry Van LBGTQ now, though.
Aye.
Use the right terminology.
Richard Van LGBTQ as well.
LGBTQ. Did you see Biden's pick for the Assistant Secretary of Health?
That like Grimace. If Grimace were a real person in a wig.
Can you believe, how obvious is the pandering here? How obvious is it that he's like, or not even him, it's people. We need, all right, another black person? No, we already did that a few times.
We need a swamp walrus.
We need a fucking
swamp walrus. It's a swamp walrus.
Look at this.
Wait, no. That is not a good look. Look up that person's name, because this is. They took him to the studio.
That's a glamour shot.
That's
Yeah.
the glamour shot.
That's the Sears
That's
glamour
not what
shot.
she looks like.
I got my cologne at the kiosk right outside of where they were taking that exact
Swamp
photo.
walrus. For him.
That
Imagine the
thing
photographer.
is fucking bizarre. There you go. That's the picture.
Could be one of the Fry Kids at Christmas.
No, but there's a country, I think, in Finland where the health
Grimace in a
minister,
wig.
she's literally 400
yeah.
pounds.
So fat,
her little
like,
face?
My
Really?
600-pound life. There.
Oh, yeah, there you
Look
go.
at this.
Wait,
dude.
Tinder versus real life. Get the glamour shot. And
Right.
get
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute. I would have swiped right if.
If I would have known.
Yeah, look at that.
Look, the
Yeah.
glamour shot. He actually thinks he looks good.
Wait, is this a trans person?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just a really, really like repulsive woman.
No, really, it's actually
You're hilarious.
It's actually,
Wait, hold on. You can't tell me, in all seriousness, you haven't seen women who look like that in the left in real
I
life.
have.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know damn well. Like, there's no.
I've seen women that look like that on the right.
Yeah.
I've just
That's
seen a lot of women that look like
dude.
that. Yeah, but it is a man.
That's a mentally ill person that is now going to be responsible somewhat for the health of America.
And as I pointed out yesterday, if you notice, she's wearing transition lenses on the right, which is very
Yes,
ironic.
which is very ironic.
I couldn't figure who she looked like, and I just figured it out on the right. Penguin.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
Danny
I've seen
DeVito's for
that.
sure.
The
picture.
teeth, the nose, the smile, the
There's
lip.
that. There's the
Fuckability
the scientist from
from Independence Day.
Independence Day. Yes.
God, that, oof.
On the left, it just looks like,
Estrogen, not even.
yeah, it's just.
That is but like they decided, hey, we need a trans person now, so let's figure that out.
Looks like they put like a wig on Sloth so the Goonies could sneak him out.
Yeah. It's just terrible. It's this. You know what they're doing. Like, who doesn't see it? It's pandering.
They
It's
admit
bullshit.
that they admit they're doing. 'Cause how they look at life is they look at is it like casting.
Yeah.
It needs to look like what I want to look like every TV show
Yeah.
I watch.
My cabinet's going to look like America. Really?
I was at a party. My buddy's gay.
Where's the supermodel?
He's like, if you look at the percentage of people who are gay in these cabinets versus gay Americans, it's like 100 times more.
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. The overrepresentation of everything in the media, TV, movies, commercials, whatever.
I don't have date rapists. On my
No.
head.
Right.
Get him back.
We could use more.
Well, we have one in the office now. I guess that
What's,
wasn't a date.
What's the
more of an
Dow
intern.
Jones looking like today? Is it closed because of inauguration?
That's the one I was talking
Oh
about. Yeah,
God,
yeah.
what is she?
She's the health minister, I think, in Finland,
Belgium.
and she's also the most popular politician in Belgium.
What is she? John Candy's last day?
That is
Most popular by
Chugsy
volume.
Ugsy from the Little Red.
Volume, yeah.
Oh my God, she's a health administrator.
Yeah.
Oh my God! How do you do that?
Why are we
How do you put someone
pretending?
there who obviously has physical and mental problems, and you make them the health minister?
I gotta tell you, like, this is the first 800-pound woman I've seen where the makeup looks decent.
Oh,
Right? Doesn't it? In all seriousness, like it's
well, you
decent
got
looking.
plenty of cheek area for the rude.
But usually they just look like a sock.
that,
No, it
that
is.
fatty
It
cheek.
will be good news for the mortician very soon.
Oh yeah, that thing ain't.
Yeah, she.
Yeah,
Boop. All right, let's get her in the funeral home.
it looks like someone already put a wire.
Yeah, when you have to
around her
knock
neck
out-
and started. Like, what is that?
Knock out
A
2
garage?
walls.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, a garrote. Garrett.
How many plots will you be
Yeah.
buying today?
All of them.
We're going to need 3
She
urns.
puts the exile in Belgium.
You are going to die unless you lose the weight. You can't keep eating like this. You
look at
need
you.
to. See my 600-pound life? It's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
What's her
Belgium.
name again?
Belgium's gotten everything it deserves over the 2 world
The
wars.
Stay Puffed Marshmallow
I want to
Man.
do that. They deserve to have a fucking fascist nation goose step all over your property. Hey, motherfuckers. The gateway to France. That's
Maggie
what
de
Belgium
Block.
is.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Maggie de Block.
Maggie DeBlock.
Yeah.
Blockhead.
They call her the Block.
Yeah.
She's a goalie. No one's getting
Does-
past her.
You could just stand there.
Bring it.
She wouldn't even have to move.
She couldn't.
As a matter of fact, don't. Yeah. Just stand
She
there.
needs a wheelchair for each leg.
They need to deblock her stomach with a gastro bypass.
Yeah. With a,
She looks like she knows what was eating Gilbert Grape.
It's her.
This is the after photo.
Can you
Remember when Drew Carey had Mimi as his enemy on that show?
oh, yeah. She
my
has Mimi face.
That's dead on.
Fat fuck face.
It's like
Yeah.
a more handsome Mimi.
Yeah.
What is, oh, God, that's just disgusting.
It really. That's a health administrator. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. Do we have any more of Biden's proclamations? I think he's at the White House signing shit.
I think he's freed the slaves.
Yeah. He
Biden's
thinks
like,
he
all
freed the slaves.
right.
What proclamation do I got? Emancipation. Yeah, he's
I'm gonna have to reverse this.
he's signing, of course, eliminating the travel ban from terrorist nations, and no more building of the wall that I don't think was being built anyway. I don't know. Trump went out. Oh boy,
An asshole.
he just left in the middle of the night in your wagon selling the snake oil. Tuk hoping the town doesn't fucking follow you.
Went to get cigarettes.
I'm really pissed he didn't pardon any of these people that he should.
Oh please, he pardoned fucking Lil Wayne.
I'm down with Kwame.
He pardoned one of the most corrupt, crooked fucking mayors
Why,
of
though?
Detroit.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. I think it was an ultimate just fuck you. I really thought it was funny.
But Kwame's like a hardcore lefty, isn't he?
Yeah.
He was a Dem, yeah.
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 I didn't understand that at all.
I don't get what is, and then Assange doesn't get pardoned.
Yeah.
I mean,
Snowden
he
doesn't
was
get
getting
pardoned.
28 years though for a white collar crime.
Yeah, but this is someone who despises
You
Trump.
do.
No, I mean, in theory, but probably not in real life.
Well, he likes him now.
Trust me, he enjoyed the lifestyle when he was in. Because I remember when he was mayor and he lived off of our money.
Yeah.
Buying,
Yeah.
No, so he.
And then he goes, we're going to declassify the documents
Didn't declassify
of
shit.
Crossfire Hurricane. And then he goes, yeah, I'm going to adhere to all the FBI rules to censoring. What do they call that when they
Redacting.
redacting? Yeah. I'm going to pay attention to the FBI's recommendations on redacting those documents. So it's like, so nothing.
Yeah.
So nothing. Thank you. Like he totally punked out at the end.
Here's the other thing. A lot of people are saying this. I'm not saying it. Others are. I would never say it. People are saying many names.
People
every
are
day,
saying,
I guess, in
yes.
phone calls that they sat him down and they're like, "Listen, you pull any shenanigans, we're gonna lock you and your family up." I don't think that that's impossible, but I also wouldn't put him past him just to be a jackass.
Yeah, but a jackass to your supporters, like to the people, because that's kind of what it is.
But he turned on like everyone who quit except for Barr. Like he immediately went on Twitter. It's like this guy's the biggest mongoloid who's ever lived. It's like you hired him.
You know that
You know,
is
why are you hiring
true.
these mongoloids? I'm asking you, Anthony. Why? Why are you hiring these mongoloids?
Yeah.
You know why don't
Look at this
I
room.
realize that? Holy shit! I just
A girl
revelation.
He wants to look double smart.
That's 4 times.
It just hit me. We used to have Trump on the O&A show quite a few times, and he was always like, "O&A, you guys are great. I love your fantastic program. It's fantastic." And then, like, Opie said something like, "Oh, Donald Trump needs to call us for his ratings or something," and he just started saying like, "Those guys are slobs. Screw Opie and Anthony." That guy, yeah, they called us
publicly
slobs.
denied-
Yeah. And then it was like, now I realize, yes, it's exactly what you're saying. You're great until you're not great anymore, and then you're a piece of shit.
Right.
And even his supporters, like he must look at all the people that his supporters and go, "What? You couldn't fucking put me over.
Right,
You
yeah.
couldn't get me. You couldn't
Against
make
Joe
it to
Biden?
You couldn't make it to the yeah." I lost to Joe Biden because you fucks couldn't get out and vote for me. That is the most realistic answer
Yeah.
to what Trump's mindset
You
is.
saw it yourself in your own life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that just like I just remembered.
Because you know what? It could have been very easily for him to call Opie up and goes, you know what? That makes me look like an asshole.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I don't want to call in your show because now I look. What am I supposed
Yeah,
to
I'm not
do?
begging Opie and Anthony
Then-
for
and then
ratings.
you guys
on
be like,
my
yeah,
show.
you're right or whatever. Blah blah.
Yeah,
No, he's
yeah.
got to go jihad publicly.
Yeah. Dope slobs, he called us, which I always, hey, having a president at some point in his career calling you a slob.
Maybe it'll be 2.
Yeah.
It's still young.
2024. Actually, Trump is still president. That's the latest thing I heard. Now, we were hearing all kinds of rumors, of course, that the fenced-in area and the troops were there not to keep people out, but to keep the criminals in. Pelosi and Schumer and all them, and, of course, Biden and Kamala, were all going to be arrested today before the inauguration. This was rampant, that they were going to be arrested by Trump. The military was going to take over as the leadership in the country until they worked out how Trump gets back in and serves out his.
How much time? You
his
spend
term.
more time on Twitter than I do.
This is Q shit, and I think
This
it's
is
even
just
beyond
emails
Q.
from our listeners.
It's beyond Q. It's
This-
RS stuff.
This is Gino trying to break down the news every morning.
Yeah.
See
It's
the
so
drunk
fucked
wop
up.
out there give you the news.
And I would always just read it and go, "Oh, these people, the Kraken and the fucking Dominion machines and the plan, trust the plan and 3D chess and all this shit that I would look at and just go, these poor dummies, what are you doing? You're killing yourself." And then today it comes out because, of course, nothing happened. People were not arrested. The statement came out that they were indeed arrested. Pelosi, Trump, all of them were arrested today or last night or at some point.
Are they body doubles?
But they told Trump, look, President Trump, this will inflame the country to the point where they'll burn it down. And Trump goes, you're probably right about that. So what he did was made a deal that Biden will assume the position look like is the president. Everything looks like it's running normally. But they are indeed still under arrest. And Trump goes to Florida and still runs things. He's still the president. Trump is still the president in Mar-a-Lago. And it looks like, in order to save the country from riots and whatnot, it looks like Biden is the president. But Trump's still running things, and all of them are under arrest.
This makes more sense than Electoral College, to be honest. Let's be honest.
I swear that's a thing. I didn't just make that up. It's a thing that's
Can you
online.
believe what the Slav is saying?
There it is.
Oh my God.
What is the plan called?
Is this 4chan?
The name of the plan.
Shadow
It's got to be
Prez.
4chan.
Shadow Prez.
There's no way it's not.
Isn't that a
That's the
rapper
font,
from
yeah.
the 80s?
Yeah.
Shadow Prez. He was
Oh
good.
my God.
Used to break dance to him. It was decided this was too much for the American people to accept, right?
Decided by
Overturning the election.
whom?
I like the Hitchcockian photo that
Agreement was reached. Biden and other deep state
Dun, dun, dun,
elements
dun.
would be allowed to move freely and serve their terms. President Trump would concede and leave office, but this is all for appearances. Behind the scenes, Donald J. Trump is still president. This plan, known as Shadow Prez, was seen as a last resort, but it worked.
It's really intricate for the name they put on it.
Anything that happens in the next 40 years is actually President
It's a
Trump's
fucking
doing.
Z on the end.
Oh my God, I can't take this.
And you believe that they're still trying to string people along with this shit?
Jesus
It's
Christ.
so funny.
Oh.
Shadow Prez.
Oh my God.
There's got to be a Shadow Prez on Twitter, right? That guy's
I
gonna be
can't
calling
stop
the shots.
laughing. It's just all so stupid.
You don't think Shadow Prez is real?
No, I do. I think it's 100% real. I'm completely on board.
Yeah, he's just gotta, gotta.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm getting
Imagine
the
if it's
laughs
like-
of how people wouldn't believe it out of my system.
Trump goes, "This is terrible. It's out there. Shadow Prez, the plan is out there." And they go, "No, Mr. President, we do this to make people think it's so ridiculous that they would never believe it." You go, "But it is real. Like all these things are real, but it's so ridiculous." You read it and go, "This can't possibly be real." Follow the money.
Oh my God.
Isn't it crazy? I'll tell you, with Shadow Prez in full effect, you better prepare with compoundmedia.com. Are you concerned about what's coming next? The political upheaval in our country? It's crazy. Oh my God, worse by the day. God knows what the Biden fake presidency is going to be under Trump's Shadow Prez. The political upheaval, oh yeah, potential for more drastic COVID-19 lockdowns. Turbulent times we're living in, my friends, and you need to prepare for whatever might happen. Will there be food shortages? Of course there will. Well, you go to the supermarket, you can't even get toilet paper when things get a little amiss. People used to laugh at preppers, remember that? Now, who's doing the laughing over your rotting corpse? Preppers. They see a skeleton in your house while they're ravaging your supplies and go, "Aha, you were laughing," because he sees his skull and he doesn't realize that's just how all skulls look, like they're laughing. "Stop smiling at me." Oh, it's a skull. Preppers aren't very humane people. Smart advice to have enough food and water and supplies on hand to last you at least 30 days. So to help prepare, we've created preparewithcompoundmedia.com, currently offering a 4-week supply of emergency food. It's going to last you up to 25 years in storage. You can store this 25 years. 25 years from now, you pull out that creamed corn, broccoli.
In your flying car.
In your flying car, you're eating mac and cheese. Oh, my God. That's true. Why take the risk going without food or the government food line? That's what you want to do. Look at Washington, all chain linked off and barbed wire. You want to walk there with your kids because you hear there's food somewhere down the line? That's where they experiment on you, dummy. You got to prepare. Prepare with compoundmedia.com. Emergency food shipped quickly and discreetly to your door. Don't want the neighbors knowing your business. 20% you're going to save when you act today. And those who know what's coming, they're using today to prepare. They're not stupid. Visit preparewithcompoundmedia.com. Save 20% on a 4-week emergency food kit. That's right, people. You know damn well the shitstorm is coming. It's already here. It's already here. Like in Twister, the extreme could see the shitstorm coming. Extreme.
I think Dave is using again.
He's taking an Artie-length
was gonna
bathroom break.
Follow the blows.
Yeah. We'll see if he's go. Hey, Dave. Oh.
Was that Rich Voss?
No. Who was that? That's from Die Hard, I think.
No, but didn't
Alice.
Voss like
Oh yeah, with Artie. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going Artie. It's like
it's like live
Rich.
television.
We see it. Remember that when Rich? That was so funny, dude. Rich is like Artie. Yeah, a little.
We have a mic and cameras.
It's not subtle,
You can
first of all.
You can't whisper in front of a mic.
No, you can't whisper in front of a mic. And it wasn't like a couple of grains of powder. His nose was bleeding like the fucking Shining elevators. And Voss is trying to subtly tell him that there might be an issue with your nose. Huh? Little, huh?
What's he up to? Does anyone know?
Artie, I think last I heard he's living with his mom.
Oh.
He's clean. That's what I heard. He's got a piss test, so if he wasn't clean, he would be in jail, right?
Is that true? Well, not necessarily. They have.
Yeah, but with this many times, he'd have to be.
That's not true at all.
Really? If you piss dirty, you go to jail. That's part of your...
I do not want Art to go to jail or any drug user,
No, of course.
But there were times where they're like, "This is your last chance."
Yeah, they did that many times.
Yeah.
But then it became part of like the court documents. They were
okay.
like, hey, if you test dirty, that's it. you go to jail again. So I don't know. And again, that could mean nothing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want anybody going to jail for that either. That's kind of silly. Unless they're killing people while they're using. What do you like? Do you like any law? You don't like any law enforcement, right?
Law enforcement, no.
Right. None. Like, take care of your own shit, right?
Well, no, you could have it privately.
So you would hire a security team.
Yeah.
And they would.
Well, I wouldn't have to hire personally. Like, if you go to Macy's, there's security. If you go to a bar, there's a bouncer.
What about like your house?
Well, it would probably be the apartment building would have a security person.
Oh, okay. What about a house?
For the block.
Just a house. Oh, like a block.
Yeah.
So the entire block chips in. Now, what
There's
if?
no reason you can't have a cop in every corner, but that's someone who's private and who could get fired instead of shooting someone on video and then just getting a pension.
So now so would each neighborhood have their own kind of
however you would want it?
Security.
You don't. It's. I mean, same thing with like parking or street lights. It could be different.
It's a unique idea.
Well, it's not that unique.
Well,
what's crazy is the idea that we're gonna have a government monopoly, and when there's riots, they're like, when you really need us, we're not coming into work today, and you're not allowed to shoot people into self-defense because we'll put you in jail. So good luck.
Yeah, have fun with that.
That's the current trust the plan.
So if there was
There's no more trust the plan.
Oh, no,
than
no.
people who believe the cops, especially after last year.
That's the trust the plan.
It is, though.
We'll be there to help.
You saw that during the riots.
Yes,
They stood down. And also they're like, well, you guys are saying mean words about me. It's like, isn't your job like supposedly about getting shot every 5 minutes? And now that I call you the filth, which you are, like you're not going to come into work? What the fuck are you?
So I'm just like, to me, it seems like there would be a lot of conflicts. A lot of conflicts between people and their private or whatever security and little skirmishes, little neighborhood skirmishes, maybe.
Why?
And then what do you do if someone is in your neighborhood and they're caught stealing? How does justice get dealt out?
Well, it's going to be a lot faster than through the court system.
I like that.
Right? Like right now, if someone, you hear these stories, if someone breaks into your house and you shoot them and you don't kill them, you can have to pay for their hospital bill.
Yeah,
Is that insane to you?
That's insane. I believe that is insane crazy.
So you would also be a lot harder for people to go from neighborhood to neighborhood.
Okay.
The streets would be private too. It's not like
so no trespassing.
Yeah, the idea like that's another big thing. It's like because the government controls all these thoroughfares, like on the subway. I'm just going to be homeless and I'm going to set up my tent colony here.
Yeah.
And and I'm just going to pee on the children.
How do you get out of your neighborhood if you can't drive on? If let's say your neighbors say you can't drive on their street, how do you get out of your own neighborhood?
Why would the neighbors? We have private roads now, but why would the neighbors say like you drive on my street? You'd want thoroughfare so people come to stores and things like that.
Who maintains the street?
Whoever builds it.
The neighbors?
Same thing as now. Like street company.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
Who
usually
maintains the mall?
Isn't it the government usually that maintains highways?
Right, and that's why they're such a disaster. Like if you go to the mall, right, who's maintaining it? I don't think it's one of the stores, it's the company.
Right.
Or
the
parking
mall
lot,
company.
yes.
But there's a lot of roads and highways that the government's supposed to make sure.
There's a lot of deliveries. Amazon covers those, right?
Yeah. Somehow he always makes it sound.
But the other thing is, if these roads are so hard, if the government didn't have control of the highways, we'd have flying cars by now.
Oh shit!
There's no reason we have to go this way or directly.
As the crow flies, you take off, you go somewhere, you land.
Yes.
And fuck their highways.
Yes, or you could have some kind of high-speed highways. Where instead of you driving, you go into this little bubble
and how is that financed?
Privately.
Oh, like Elon Musk.
Yeah, like Elon Musk, somebody else. Yeah.
Do something like that.
Right.
Interesting. What about traversing government land? There isn't any of that?
There isn't any government land. What is that? Why do you want government land?
I don't. I'm just playing a devil's advocate. Yeah.
But these are all things that we could have resolved already that happen right now.
You think something this, and it is extreme, a difference anyway, an extreme difference in the way we live, could actually be put into place?
Yeah, I think it would be very easy to put into place. The only reason it's not put into place is that we're raised by the government as kids in schools, and we're taught it's a good idea that everything has to be everyone's business.
How do you divvy up the government land and things?
I don't think there's any wrong answer.
The private. You don't think there's any wrong answer?
As long as it's divvied up.
Sell it off, maybe?
Because listen, if you give it to everyone like $1 worth, within like a year...
One guy would have it.
No, people will be selling and other people will be investing. This is what happened in Russia, isn't it?
It's the old thing where you give everyone $1 in a room, and
Exactly.
there'll be one guy with
Exactly.
$25.
It wouldn't be one, but yeah, you get it.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't that seem to take advantage of stupid people or people that aren't very responsible with their money?
Yes, that's how what you want. You don't want stupid people to have power.
I
Am I
believe
wrong?
it. I
You
just
want
wanted to
stupid
hear
people
the
to be in
answer.
charge of cologne.
Of any?
Did you notice I left to put more on?
Moron is right.
It always sounds reasonable when Michael Malice explains.
It is reasonable.
Yeah, it's. Don't you think it would be a much more? I don't know. There'd be a lot more turmoil. It seems like it would be
Now?
more violent,
Every
even
city
than
was
now.
on fire.
I know.
What?
The only reason these cities were on fire is because the government monopoly refused to do their job and said it publicly.
You mean just the one incident at the Capitol?
Yes,
Yeah,
That's all I recall.
Insurrection.
yeah, that's the only thing that happened.
Oh, that's another. So there wouldn't be any heads of government or anything. No
No,
government.
the heads would be in baskets after the guillotine.
No shit. So Washington D.C. would just be like a museum.
It'd be a crater.
You could just stroll through and look at what used to be.
Yeah, like a smoldering, smoky pit like they have in Turkmenistan.
It is interesting. Like I try to come up with a question that you have to go like, well, yeah, I guess we do need that, but you just never.
Well, no, because
that.
there are things that we need, but all the things that we need, there's no reason it has to be a government monopoly.
It could just be a private enterprise.
It would be several private
A
enterprises.
lot, I
Yeah.
would think. So like,
When you want it, where the bar has the bouncer, and then there's someone on the corner who's making sure everything's safe, and then downstairs you have a doorman, wouldn't that be better than what we have now? And each of these people could be fired, and they're not unions where you're paying for their pension.
uh-huh.
I'm glad you
No,
explained
I'm
it that
asking you,
way,
don't you
though.
think that'd be better?
No, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what about things like, see, I already know what the answers are going to be now. I already know what the answer is going to be because there are businesses that have in the past taken advantage of employees. They're left with nothing, things like that. And the answer is, well, then go to the other business that doesn't treat their people like that and let that business just.
And don't let that business lobby the government so that they have laws passed so they can't be held accountable, which is the status quo.
And this is not anarchy.
It is anarchy.
It is anarchy. Okay. So your ideal system would be a system of anarchy.
Well, it's not
Who's in
it's not
power in
ideal
that
because
system, though, I
There's
guess?
no one in power. The thing is, it's not ideal in the same sense that curing cancer isn't a utopia.
Right.
It's just solving one big problem. There's still going to be murderers.
Of
There's still going
course.
to be thieves. There's still going to be horrible cologne. But the point is,
Horribly good cologne.
there would be. They're just not
And
buying
it's
it for some
date
reason.
rapists.
How they are dealt with and would be.
Is that cologne called Dave Style?
It is. Dave Style. You didn't cue it up?
Because the scent made him
You
rash.
knew he was going to be here?
That's because you can't
Thank you.
use the word style with reference to that scent.
Oh, you can.
It's the worst.
You just like it.
I really don't. It
Oh, he's-
really bothers me.
He's sexually.
He's just sitting here, and he doesn't want to deal with his own feelings.
Oh, is that what it is?
Drinking my
I
feelings.
get it.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Go on.
I've been wanting to since you walked on the show. We're
So there's no
talking about my
America.
relapse.
There's no real America then, right?
Correct.
What would you call your place?
We call it whatever you like.
And how
can
big
call
or
it
small would
Cumia
something like? What if you
Here's the
and
thing. Let me
stand.
explain it to you in very simple ways.
okay,
Anarchism just means, and the anarchists get all autistic about this on Twitter, which I enjoy. Your citizenship is based on ideology, not geography.
okay,
So same with your cell phone company, right? Like you can be on Sprint sitting over there. I could be on AT&T sitting over here. We're both covered by cell phones.
Okay.
If I want to call you, you could call me. It's the same thing, right?
Where's
There's
Cricket?
no reason. What?
Where's Cricket?
they
The ghetto
went
phone.
away.
Oh, the Cricket's just gone.
Crickets. Yeah.
What if I have a jitterbug phone?
But then, like if there's just because I'm someone's neighbor doesn't mean we should be under the same system. That doesn't make sense. If I don't agree with them about anything,
Right. Now, what if you have a little enclave, your little fucking
Chinatown? Okay, Chinatown.
yeah, a little enclave, and their rules are they have slavery, they have all kinds of
The slaves would escape.
things that normally would be illegal. Well, no, they hold them there. They hold them there, and if anyone comes in, there's no trespassing. We will shoot you. That's what we have decided we want for our little town.
I agree that if there's some town that somehow, even now, we could have this now.
Yeah.
Right now, you could have a little town, South Dakota,
Yeah.
and say, we are going to have slavery, no one can leave. And at that point, it becomes a question of, do the rest of us care enough about those people to go in and do something?
And the answer is no, because Chinatown is filled with slaves.
Yes.
Yes,
sex
with child slaves.
Well, that's
Child
true.
sex slaves.
Child and sex slaves.
Okay, so you're saying that at some
Look at Ku-
point
but
someone
look at- but
might
here's
have
the
to
other thing.
do
Look
something.
at Kuwait, right?
Yeah.
Kuwait was invaded. Kuwait wasn't saved by the Kuwaiti people.
No.
It was a bunch of other countries got together and like, we're not going to let this stand. So at a certain point, possibly or possibly not, people are going to get together and be like, I don't want slavery
Yeah.
in my community because it's very hard to keep this stuff localized too. Like if you, it's like if you have like a child porn town, you're not going to be like, well, it's over there. As long as it doesn't cross the street, it's localized. I'm fine with this. At a certain
You don't
point,
think the
people,
neighbors would
at a
enjoy
certain
it?
point, people are like, you know what? We got to do something about
Sure.
this. Yeah.
Vigilante justice, you're
No,
fine
I
with
think
that?
or it would be corporate. I think there would be a lot of these companies would be like, all right, we're not putting up with this. 'Cause if we're providing security for our town, this is not something people are worried for their kids.
Okay, I got you now. Well, that's interesting.
I don't know. It's
I think
so
it's
funny
get
to
all
me. That's
peeved
a
when I talk
town.
about child porn. He's like, how sexy are these children?
Yeah.
Where is this
Questions
town?
just get real.
Can I?
Be a mayor of a town like
Where
that
do you
under
visit
anarchy?
This town. Don't you think that it would make what used to be America just rife for foreign invasion?
That is always the argument, and this
Oh,
is
is
such
it?
a 1950s. Like, if we don't, the Russians are coming. The Russians are coming. How are we getting invaded? Like, there's oceans, and not number one. Number two is, let's suppose Vermont
Yeah.
becomes anarchist tomorrow. Who's invading them? Us? It's America, right?
Yeah. Well, they
Fish
would
fans.
because that
Right.
would be.
So you
kinda-
should agree with me that if you want peace, we should destroy the American government because they're invading these small, peaceful areas.
It's always good.
But it's
You
true.
always have
The
a great
American
answer.
government, if people are worried about a foreign invasion, we are the biggest ones on earth.
Yeah.
How many years have we been in Afghanistan? How many years have we been in Iraq? They want us in Syria.
I just think it would be a lot if somehow this came to fruition and there were no more, United States, and it was the whole country was these just people,
Sure.
hiring things. I think at some point
I hope we're being watched.
China would just go like, let's just go over there, and
But how could they take over if there's no president? They'd have to take over literally everybody.
they would just occupy like half the country. Let's say they occupy the whole western half of the United States.
They already have.
Yeah, that is true.
So fine. You want LA? You want to wipe out the face of the earth? Oh no. What a horrible tragedy.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't want you nuking LA, China.
And you wouldn't want China to get involved in Hollywood in any way whatsoever. What would that be like?
My God, can you imagine the nightmare?
Crazy.
What
They set up these weird
crazy
occupy zones in Portland. My God, it's insane.
And obviously, there's no
6 blocks
taxes.
that are untouched.
So you keep all the money you make.
Yeah.
I don't think
You're
the
paid in child slaves instead of
Yeah.
I think
What's
the
your
opportunity
currency?
to make a lot of money is there. I don't think it's there now either. Don't get me wrong.
What does the government have to do with the money you're making on this network?
Nothing. They're a detriment to,
Yes.
to the money I make.
Yeah, they're the ones that are going to stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much.
Okay. Of COVID sweeps the nation. What do we do?
No one has an answer to this. There's no scenario where it's
We
like no one has
cordon off
COVID.
some of these other little enclaves of independent people.
Would that work?
I don't know.
Well, no,
I'll
we have
answer
the
that.
data.
Those their restaurants too.
Like we had the data for a year.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
anyone had a good answer to this, right?
No, you're right.
We let it run through like a plague, build
Garrett?
herd immunity.
It's kind of like if there's it's kind of like
How about his side?
I know.
what it's like. It's like this.
very-
It's like, this is like in all seriousness. It's like if someone says, if there's a meteor striking the Earth, like how would anarchism solve this? It's like at that point you're not talking about like anarchism. You're like, what are we going to do with
No,
this
survival,
fucking
just
meteor? Yeah.
basic survival.
It's not like, oh, well, you're a communist, so we can't work together on a
Yeah.
meteor.
Yeah. How does commerce work? How do
ways it works now. What do you mean? Except people say commerce works because of the government. No one who says this has ever tried to be involved in a lawsuit. That never happens. It's cheaper to hire a surgeon than to hire a
Yeah,
lawyer.
true.
So everything, if it was done private, look at eBay, right? If you screw me on eBay, I go to eBay, I'm like, this guy screwed me. I'll have an answer in a day. Now, sometimes I'm going to get fucked out of the money.
Yeah.
But if I'm going through the government, 100% of the time I'm getting fucked out of the money. It's an improvement, but it's not. There's no utopia
Yeah.
where 100% of the time I'm going to get what I want.
would there be like? All right, a city.
Really good answer, though.
How are cities maintained?
Well, but I mean, look at New York.
By private,
Do you think New York?
Pride of ownership?
If you think, do you?
not under de Blasio, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
Or
but-
even
no.
before De Blasio,
No.
Beam, Mayor Koch.
He's literally the opposite of pride of ownership, though. It's
Yeah.
manipulating debt.
Like, you know when you don't have anarchism? Homeless people in 5-star hotels.
Yes.
I mean, you laugh, but I mean,
I
only a
know,
government
yeah.
could do something that deranged.
that is
Half-star
true.
people.
And force people at gunpoint to be like, oh, you charge $1,000 a night? Well, you're going to be next to a homeless person.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
insanity.
government saying that.
Yes. They have that now on the Upper West Side.
We'd have an answer to
Yeah.
people a man eating another man's ass in the subway.
That's
To
just a
just
good,
go down and beat the shit out of him, or
Well, he'd be banned from the subway.
banned from the subway.
Yeah.
more on
Like that.
Pfizer.
You didn't see that?
No, what
Oh,
happened?
you didn't see? Oh, it was a man eating another
that
man's
really
ass.
happened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, roll it.
Oh, God. It was,
Man eating
it was
man's
the
ass on
cologne. He just
Subway.
couldn't handle
Well,
it.
I'm telling you, you put some on an 8-ball jack and you're going to get your ass eaten.
This is what's happening in New York City. Like this is
No, it's real.
there is
Blur
so
my-
much.
If you play this clip, can you blur my face?
Yeah. Don't put him on the camera.
No, I meant in the video.
Oh, that's funny.
It's kind of funny because they didn't blur this guy's either.
Oh my God. And then the train has to go and
You know what's crazy is that's an acceptable answer and shouldn't be for any reason.
What is?
It's Times Square. Because
No,
you're
but
right,
you
that
said
is
someone
it.
walked by. It's a busy station.
No, you're right, yeah.
station.
But it's like they
Right.
should be arrested though at some point. Like
Right.
something should be done
Yeah.
about it. Like
You
you're
wouldn't have this
absolutely
under
right.
anarchism, Anthony.
right. What would happen to them?
What do you think would happen with them?
I think they'd be banned from the
And probably
public
Oh,
subway.
yeah, I think
Publicly-
they'd really hate prison,
yes.
judging by what I
Yeah,
see.
put him in prison really quickly.
yeah,
They
would
would,
give him an award.
it would both be. Isn't that fucked up? That
Yes.
like, our
10
city
years
is
of
attached to
heaven.
the city.
But the cops are not allowed to do anything.
No. I don't know how you like live in this country with these rules and the setup we have. Like, wouldn't you go crazy going, my God, why are we doing this? Why don't we have this?
Yeah, that's
Why am I
not.
paying attention to a cop or some guy at the airport telling me I gotta fill this out or something? You must go crazy every day.
No, but because the cop at the airport's new, or the National Guard at the airport's
Yeah.
new. I've never seen something like that on the subway.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about the fact that you have to go out into this world where the government is up your ass like that fucking guy.
It's gotten a lot worse in the last few years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In New York City, come on, like in all seriousness. So
Every day when you're walking around, is there something you look at and just go, motherfucker, see, it would be so much nicer if.
I'll give you one example. I was at the post office yesterday, and this is what they've started doing. Some of the cretins, the guy walks in to get envelopes, and he just has a speaker with him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a new thing.
yeah, that's a new thing.
That's
yeah.
not,
Yes.
that didn't happen. Maybe they happened in the 70s. Maybe you remember.
With a boom box.
Well, boombox
what's
in
the
the
little
80s,
speaker? Yeah.
a ghetto blaster.
Bach gives him the Vulcan nerve pinch, and he.
yeah.
There's a lot of that though, and it's
That's
blaring.
Now,
Yeah,
It's a backpack with speakers,
Yep.
or you just carry a speaker and it's blasting.
And everyone's too scared to do anything.
Of course they are.
Whereas if you-
Rightly so.
However, let's look at a bar. If you're in a bar and you try to do this, how long are you going to last in that bar?
Well, the bouncer will come over and say,
Right.
shut that fucking shit off.
And get out.
And get
Not
out.
shut it off and stay. It's
And the bouncer is paid by the bar, and that is a private enterprise. Oh,
Try doing it in a restaurant.
right. Well, if it's Black Lives Matter, they could run in and throw food around. And
At least
tell
they're not
them-
playing music.
But they aren't playing music. They're just
Try
yelling.
doing it at a tent outside
Get
a
in the
restaurant.
streets, off your
At a
seats,
tent,
and in
yeah.
the
Yes.
streets, I think was what
You
they
So
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Interesting take.
I mean,
I
how do you
like it.
defend that?
You can't.
Yeah. The subways used to be private.
Did they?
Yes.
Back when it was that round tube and the round car.
No, that was 1905.
Toot, toot, toot. Remember that? A horse pulled it in a cave. Poor horse lasted like a week. Got black lung disease.
We need a new horse.
Yeah, no shit.
He's got the lung.
They just got him in Central Park anyway. They were just running wild.
Yeah, that's true.
How old the place. Go out to Long Island, get some wild horses that the Spaniards brought. They were private. It was a private subway. What, like the days of 5 Points and
No, I think till the 40s.
yeah.
And like in the how many subway lines were being built all the time?
Yeah.
And now it took like 15 years to build 3 stations on the queue.
Isn't like Gangs in New York kind of almost an example of anarchism?
You think New York was anarchist then?
Well, not New York proper, but the way it worked. Like there were government agencies and they were very corrupt and everything, but the gangs kind of ran their own deal. And they made deals with the government, with the police and whatnot. So the government wasn't really in charge of anything. They were just another gang.
Yeah.
Bill the Butcher, though, he wasn't an official, was he?
No, he was
But he
just,
just had
the
the
head of
power.
he had the respect out of fear.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
out
couldn't
of
remember,
fear of
yeah.
violence. It seems like fear of violence would get you would be easy to influence people to do things in that type of atmosphere.
I grew up in a mafia neighborhood, Bensonhurst, and it was a lot safer than other
No
neighborhoods.
mafia. What are you talking about?
This is
real
just
nice.
racist.
It was safe,
It's
right?
anti-Italian propaganda.
Lottie's neighborhood.
Yeah, they were all very safe
Yep,
because they
yep.
kept the crime to people who were involved in the life.
Yeah.
And everyone else, we're going to keep the streets safe for the kids.
Right.
So, yeah, cops originally were gangs. They just became
Mm-hmm.
gangs that became official.
Yeah. Yeah.
Irish
I'm in.
gangs.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay, good.
Sign me up.
It's better than this.
So it is better than this, but that's not saying much.
But that's
But it is. It is better than this.
I've never heard it
is
explained. Whenever you
terrible.
think anarchy, you just think Lord of the Flies, and people I don't think actually understand the concept.
right.
Yeah, Lord of the Flies.
Well, that's what you think. You think it's just
Piggy always
kinda
buys
like,
it.
Yeah,
Little bastard.
old Piggy.
That's the thing in any situation, Piggy's buying.
Piggy's always gonna
Yeah,
fucking
it's
get it.
communism, capitalism, anarchism,
Right.
democracy.
One
Piggy's
commonality is Piggy always
No,
gets
no.
it.
They broke my glasses.
Except now Piggy's assistant health minister.
Yeah,
That's true.
Wait
Could
a
you
minute.
imagine?
In today's United States of America, Piggy is the boss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Piggy's in charge of
Yeah,
everyone.
Piggy's in charge. Everyone else gets fucked.
They're like, hey, we didn't mean to gender
Yeah, misgender you.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
It's ma'am's not.
Biden took
Call
a
me Piggy.
question from the He was walking to the White House. You know how they all do that. They get the inauguration at the Capitol. They get in the limos and bulletproof vehicles. They go down the street there, and then they get out at some point. It's like, look out! I'm walking the rest of the way. Because like Kennedy did it once, so everyone's got to do it now.
Kennedy did a lot of things once.
Yeah, once. And then he gets out and
Bubble top.
He wouldn't go to the inauguration either.
no.
FK, he refused.
No.
You don't want to get hurt.
Should have refused
He
to go to Dallas.
He didn't go
yeah.
to LBJ's inauguration.
Yeah, I bet.
Did you know 4 presidents didn't go to the next inauguration?
Oh,
Really?
who were Wilson probably.
I think it was both Adams, Lyndon Johnson, maybe,
Samuel?
and one other guy I forget.
I would bet Wilson because he was a mess.
That doesn't ring a bell, but I'll
interesting.
look it up here.
Some of JFK went to LBJ's inauguration. It was on Jackie's dress.
They couldn't quite come out.
Her dress had a lot
Shade of
of
pink is that brain?
a lot of Jack on it.
The whole thing just turned red.
Yeah. So he gets a question from some of the press that's lining the road. It seems completely set up. I don't know. So he runs over there, but he does that like, look, I'm healthy run
yeah.
kind of a thing, which is really funny. And then I don't know what the guy even asks. I'm sure it's not a tough question. And then Biden just kind of mumbles and runs away. It's a weird clip.
Mr. President! Mr. President, come on over!
Oh, she's wearing Jackie's dress on the left.
Hold him back.
This is so staged.
Mr. President, you've been aspiring to this office for your whole career. What does this moment feel as you're about to walk into the West Wing? you have a message for President Trump?
He says, I feel like I'm going home.
Oh.
Can you imagine if that was real and he just ran over to the crowd to just talk to somebody who was shouting for him to
Especially
come over?
because Secret Service would be like, sir, this is not the day to be like mingling.
Yeah. They have tens of thousands of troops.
How many people must have been yelling questions at Biden? Hundreds.
Exactly.
This is the one you run over?
And that
You
the
can't hear what he's
camera's
saying. Yeah.
perfectly placed where it is. It's
You can't hear what he's saying if he was next to him yelling it in his ear. Yeah, he's like,
He
what?
does ear horn things.
Yeah.
like going home.
But
Like a ram.
Eh? The president was quoted saying, "Eh? What's that?"
He said, huh? Go home.
His dumb horn. So he it was weird, wasn't it? It was so staged. Then he goes, feels like, and then he tried to yell another question about Trump at him. Of course.
Yeah.
What? You had anything to say to Donald Trump, who we're going to miss so terribly because we won't have anyone to really shit on except him?
I think they're going to forget about Trump really quick.
Yeah.
My friends disagree. They think they forgot about W pretty quick.
Yeah. And they hated him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have, and it's today. I mean, you already feel it.
What, they forgot about Trump?
Yes. Yeah, for real.
No, they're still beating the shit out of him. They're still doing like,
President ever, blah, blah, blah.
yeah, worst president ever. He's the best president. And we just got done with the worst. Oh, Biden's got to get through the hate and shit and racism that Trump did. So they're still doing it in that sense.
Maybe,
got to shit on him a little more. But you might be right. By the end of the week,
But it just seems that, I guess, with Biden in, I saw so much Trump every fucking second, and now there's a new,
after the election, it really slowed down. Like it was all Trump all the time, right up to the election. And then they just started not covering him and covering Biden like he's the president kind of a thing. And now I think you're right. I think he goes away. But Trump's Trump. He'll do stuff to keep himself in the news. He'll probably do a book, a reality show, maybe even. Who the fuck knows?
Imagine a reality
He's not. I would fucking love it. Watching him curse again would be hilarious. These fucking assholes. Like, oh, good.
You know what he should really do? When Biden gives his State of the Union, like for him to do a Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Would that be
Pay-per-view,
great?
and you're sitting watching it. He's just riffing on everything Biden is saying.
Sitting
One
and
of
you
the-
can tell it's him because the silhouette of the hair.
one of the robots is Hunter's laptop.
It's like, it's his laptop going, wow.
And then you hear Melania. Oh, Donald, this is hilarious.
Yes. Donald, come in. It's time.
Come on,
to
Zuby,
eat.
do the Melania voice.
Let me grab
Got
Lappy.
Melania right in here.
Lappy the top.
It's on her phone.
Yeah, and he
I
just
really hope he does that
beats the shit out of.
for real.
Yeah, it'd be
It'd be
amazing.
the highest rated thing ever,
Broadcast
anywhere ever.
It would be 70 million viewers.
Yeah. Well, at least.
Guaranteed.
But he wants to stay in the public eye.
I don't know that he
Donald Trump.
does.
You don't think he's had it?
I think they could have sat him down and be like, "Shut the hell up and go away, or you're going to be in trouble." And he's like, "You know what? All right. What's the point at this? Who
I'd
knows?"
love to know what he could have been in trouble for. Like when they say, oh boy, his family is going to be arrested.
Sedition.
Like,
Sedition's not a legal term. It just means
try
whatever they want it to be.
fucking find a way to convict him for that legally.
They
I
don't
mean,
have to convict him.
It's
they
called
could just put him on the trial for years. You know how this works. They'll sit
Did
you
they
down.
find something?
They're like, "Here's what we're going to do. They'll say we have enough to convict." It's hard for him to find a lawyer already.
Yeah.
He's not president anymore.
and they threaten all of his people too, so
Yeah.
they turn against him.
and he knows
say
that they're not
things.
lying because they already put his people away.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, this is how it's going to be.
Maybe.
And Mitch
Boy.
McConnell threw him on the bus already.
Oh,
Yeah.
watching Mitch McConnell today get up to the little podium, talking to Biden and talking about whatever the fuck in the Capitol. And then Pelosi gets up, one big happy family now. Oh, thank God he's gone, right? Right, Pelosi? Thank God he's gone. Pan's Labyrinth looking fucking monster.
My eye.
Oh, he is just a piece of shit. They all ended up being the swamp. Like,
yes.
we were.
This is not an M. Night Shyamalan ending yet.
No, I know
I'm
that.
with
And
you.
I knew that.
That was the.
I knew
the
that.
whole time.
But
we all knew
there
that
was a point where I was pretty confident that something could change because you got this mental patient in the
I think
presidency.
something did change. I think a lot more people are aware of of that it's all a joke.
Yeah.
It's like when you know what it was. Sorry to interrupt you. It's like
Mitch
Jesus.
McConnell.
It's
Yeah.
like when we were when we were young. You might not know this, Dave. There was a moment where they arrested Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Iron Sheik because they were high together in a car. And this is a bad Iron Sheik
love
is from
it.
Iran.
I'm mad I don't know this story. Right.
So Jim Duggan's an American, and that was the moment you couldn't deny wrestling was fake.
You're right.
Everyone knew, but it was like, all right, maybe they just hate each other, but and then it was like, all right, they're best
They're
friends.
best pals.
After that, you couldn't go back.
So Jim sold us out to the fucking
Iranian-
Arabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, they're Persians, but don't.
Persians. Well, what, yeah.
But the point is,
carpet.
don't call them
BMW.
Arabs. They will not like it. But after that, it changed. And I think this is what the last 4 years is like. They're like, oh, this is all a fucking joke.
You know what it was, though? It was a different, we thought it would be a different change.
Yes.
And it turned out to be this one where we realize now that everyone in the government and the mainstream media are all just pieces of shit, liars and everything. And that's great. I like knowing that. And actually, I kind of knew it, but I like having it just put out there and go,
Indisputable.
look, it's indisputable. Yeah.
They're in the car together.
But I
they're
thought,
sleeping
like,
together.
I thought there would be, you know, the chance of lock her up and, you know, oh, Pelosi did this and that. I thought we'd see something where an attorney general would go, oh, yeah, we got it. It's right here. This is going to, I'm so naive.
You thought Hillary was going to go to jail?
Well, at the beginning, I thought there has to be something that they can get her with. Like at least, maybe not
There
jail,
was.
but at least
Oh, like put her
something.
on the trial or
Like,
whatever. Yeah.
like we'd see her have to testify,
Yeah.
cry like a Perry Mason episode or something. And nothing.
That's
like
not naive. That's possible. That was
nothing.
possible. Yes.
And then everything just fell apart after that. We were talking about how Trump just kept showing the same section of wall. Like, look, another 400 miles. And everyone's just like, fucking Coulter just was done.
Yeah.
She was done fast.
She called him a
Like,
literal retard on Twitter. She said, no, look up this tweet. She said, I'm sick of this literal retard. In her words, I can't believe she didn't get banned because
that
that
is
word gets
so
you banned on
fucking
Twitter.
funny. Well, if it was anybody but
Well, it
Trump,
was about
probably
Trump.
would've.
Yeah.
But she's like, there's no wall. What wall is he talking about? I love the way she gets so adamant. What wall? But yeah, she just would shit on him. And she caught shit from the people that are like, fuck you, don't say that about Trump. And it's like, I loved a lot of the things Trump did. And not just exposing the media and everything. And I hated some of the stuff he did. He cost me money on my taxes in New York by not having,
What did he
we
do?
don't have the
He
ability
locked
to.
you up in your house.
Yeah, all that. Like we heard about,
You haven't found the tweet,
we're
guys?
going to do this and we're going to do that.
I'm seeing complete moron.
I got a blathering idiot here.
No,
We got a blathering idiot, a complete moron.
no, I'm positive she
We
said
want literal
retard.
retard.
We want.
Disloyal actual retard.
There you go.
There it is, actual retard. Excuse me.
Loyal, actual.
That's the
Actual
one. That's the
retard.
one. Actual retard.
Oh, I love her. She's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I'm just seeing it quoted. I'm not seeing the actual
okay.
tweet, but it says the most disloyal actual retard that has ever set foot in the Oval Office.
What's fun though is when you saw those tweets on her account, you just watched how people sided with her.
They're like,
and
I'm
then
agreeing with
immediately
that,
spit her
Coulter.
out.
Yeah.
I like that he called out China. I like that whole thing for whatever it was worth. But I like the idea. It's like, hey, wow, they sure have been. A lot of countries, NATO countries, they've been fucking us with money. We're the piggy bank of the world. Step up, do that. Like, that was good. I liked that a lot.
It's on May 24, 220. It's like the fifth or
Oh,
sixth
okay.
result. The most disloyal actual retard that has ever stepped foot in the Oval Office is trying to lose and take the Senate with him. Another Roy Moore fiasco so he can blame someone else for his own mess. Yeah.
Wow.
What's she tweeting today?
Actual retard.
Yeah, dude. It
If
was,
she just put the most
And it's-
disloyal
that's still up
retard,
then. You just
she
found
would
it.
go, well, she's just using that as a,
yeah.
a term. But no, she won't. She wants everyone to know actually retarded. He's actually a retard. Wow. Yeah, and then he, like I said, him just signing a few pardons and then slipping out of town was kind of,
Don't you think they were
Easy.
comical pardons
Yeah.
though? Am I the only one that likes them?
he was beaten, like just beaten.
Yeah.
Toward the end, it was all, all the rallies with, we're going to get him. No, we don't giving up. I won't concede. This, we're going to show. And then it's just like,
But at the same time,
I'll let a couple of rappers out of jail and where's my helicopter? It was a little
he's got a
sleazy.
U-Haul.
The
I
U-Haul.
want OJ to get his stuff back.
Come on, Melania.
Yeah, let's go.
Get Barron. We're out of here.
He's like, Aaron's like 6'8" now.
The kid's huge,
Yeah,
right?
and he's like 14.
Really?
Yeah, he's like taller than Trump, and Trump's
yeah.
6'4".
He's taller than Trump.
Yeah,
Does he have the strength?
So that was a little.
retard strength.
But then, I start thinking, like, we forgot, I think over 4 years, that he's Donald Trump. Like, this isn't this amazing, heroic guy. He was a regular, kind of more regular than a politician, but he's still a rich dude. But he curses. He likes girls. He related to a lot of things.
Models.
Models. So we looked at it like, oh, great. And then I think we got this misconception that he was actually a president. like, oh, he's a presidential. And it's like, no, he's still just Donald Trump in the job of the president. And he's doing some things, like I said, that I liked that he did. But it's still Trump, and he's still going to be a narcissist, and he's still going to blame other people. And if he'll love you one day and call you slob the next. That's who he is. And when he left in utter defeat.
Yeah.
There's no spinning that he showed the swamp. They threw him the fuck out of town
They showed themselves.
and swamped it up even more.
Yeah.
And they all were. Bill Barr was like, oh, Bill Barr's going to get him. Remember all those years? You're just sitting there going, oh, wait till Bill Barr gets a hold of
In all
you.
fairness, we don't know what pressure he was under, because these people do not. These people kill. You know what I mean? We don't.
Uh-huh.
We don't. I.
True.
We do not. It's easy for us to be like, well, if I was in the Oval Office, I would have taken a
That
dump
is
on the president's desk. It's
absolutely
like, no, we
true.
don't know that.
They just showed him the Epstein glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Epstein glitch.
Yeah.
It's the Epstein glitch.
Oh, when the cameras went out and they murdered him?
Oh yeah. That,
Yeah.
Whoopsie, whoopsie.
Oh,
Made an
boy.
uh-oh.
Oh, sorry. Suicide watch.
You want to see the video when the cameras went out? What do you mean?
Is that why you're wearing Youth by Jeffrey Epstein?
Yes. Youth. Well, Biden's in office. I want to meet him.
Youth.
I want him to come sniffing around, literally.
That Pantene.
Yes. And use our lotion, Lolita Express.
Yes, enjoy it.
Get those elbows feeling like a 9-year-old.
Ghislaine Maxwell House coffee. Very young.
Oh my
beans.
God. What the fuck else was
Are
there?
you worried that Biden's president?
No, not right now.
Okay.
I am worried. I'm in, knock wood, good shape as far as that goes.
Yeah.
I've saved my money. I have it invested
COVID?
in
Guns.
deferred retirement accounts from things.
Literal retired.
It's like
Actual retired.
yeah, actual retard accounts.
He's got in chocolate coins.
Like a Scrooge McDuck vault.
yeah.
okay.
It's just guns and gold.
Also 92 degrees in it. It's all just melty.
sexy
Bursts his,
sexy pinup of fucking Bill Devane in my bedroom.
Just one for silver and gold.
I
on
even
the
like the
side.
feel of it. Yeah. So I'm not worried so much now because, I'm doing all right. But it's more a Second Amendment and First Amendment right thing.
Yeah.
Like those, I'm
That's fair.
not so much afraid. When the stock market is booming, like the day after the election, everyone's like, oh, Biden, his economic plan, booming, stock market booming. You're like, what do they know then?
right.
Like they know a lot more than you, motherfucker, and they don't have a lack of confidence that fucking they're gonna make money if they keep backing these companies. So, what do I give a shit?
Print
Why should I
$5
give a shit?
trillion, and then you have also huge investors going at Bitcoin because even big banks don't know
Yeah.
the way it's going to
but
go.
here's the other thing. What I was thinking about, like I was talking about this on Dave Smith's Very Failed podcast. It's like you imagine it's like 2013, right? In another universe, and Mitt Romney had beaten Obama. The
Oh, right.
Muslim from Kenya. We finally got rid of him.
Right.
He hates America, want to destroy it. And they wake up on January 20th, 2013, and they're like, what? Wait, Mitt Romney's president? It's like, this isn't what I want. I'm a conservative, right?
Right.
So all these lefties who are like, yeah, we got rid of Trump. Biden is not AOC.
No, that's something that they're sadly mistaken. He is not AOC. He's not one of these progressives. He talks, and he talked during the campaign like he was.
No, he didn't. Someone got up and they said, Biden, we want open borders. And he literally turned his back on the guy, goes, vote for Trump. I'm not doing that.
Oh,
You
shit.
didn't see this clip?
That was some of his slip-ups, I guess.
He said, vote for Trump when I'm not doing this.
But the
I'm not
whole
for open
thing, when he
borders.
starts talking about,
Biden cares about trans people. I mean, other than
that's just it.
he doesn't care about trans.
No,
he doesn't know what the fuck
he
that is.
doesn't. But
Yeah.
he's got to keep up this.
Yeah,
during
but that
the
same thing with
campaign
Mitt Romney,
anyway.
right? Mitt Romney's like, oh yeah, I'm pro-life and I blah blah blah. It's just like,
Yeah.
and as soon as you're in office, you're pushing Obamacare.
So what do you think?
I think it's gonna be really funny. The other thing, like all these people on Twitter, they're like the Democrats control everything. They have a 51-50
Right.
majority in the Senate. They've got a 2-seat majority in the House.
Yeah.
These aren't working coalitions. You're
No,
telling me
no,
three
no.
people aren't gonna
And
be like,
they're
screw
not
this?
sure things.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a little afraid that Biden isn't going to make it very long, and
Right.
and Kamala is in.
Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, there's two things that I believe. One is Mitch McConnell is a snake, which is indisputable.
Indisputable.
That's fair.
He also knows how Washington works better than all of us put together times 1,000. Him throwing Trump under the bus sets him up to impeach President Kamala Harris.
Oh,
Now he can say, I'm not being partisan. I turned on Trump when he did this. This is me being fair.
that would be hilarious.
He's perfectly set up for it. Why wouldn't he? If that
Now
if
that
had
would
to
be
pass?
fucked up because
Or each
that would
yes.
depend on who she fucking picks as a vice president
Right.
that gets through.
Yes.
What if it's Hillary Rodham? You know, like I don't think Hillary would make it through the scrutiny
Yes.
of the House and the Senate, I believe.
Kamala doesn't want to get killed.
Yeah. Well, everyone thought Obama would have to jump around like Eddie Murphy in that old bit. When he said if Jesse Jackson won.
Your president.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your president.
To avoid this.
So fucking funny.
You got that clip with the Biden? No? You got it? Okay, watch this.
Yeah.
Something.
Oh, this isn't what I'm talking about. There's something else.
How are everybody? I am the clear front runner in the party. I'm ahead on the national average of all the polls.
This isn't
by
what I meant.
7%.
There was an activist who wanted open borders, and Biden goes, vote for Trump.
Wow.
And he literally turned his. The thing is, people forget there's angry old man Biden, which is not
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah. Where's this
Yeah.
guy? Who's this guy?
Yeah. So
Oh, we
that
need
comes up.
to Americans together,
If
unity.
you look at Biden tells people to vote
Fringe.
for Trump, I'm sure it'll come up.
Yeah. Where's the, hey, when he called the guy fats and he fucking, the factory workers, he told him you take it outside. He's fucking calling him out for a
Yeah.
fight. Like, where's that guy? All of a sudden we got cuddly grandpa.
Give it a day. You know,
Yeah,
you
give
know how
it
the
a
scenario
day.
works. Some days they have good days, they have bad days.
Dementia's
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
It's like Russian roulette.
yeah, it's very tricky.
It's gonna be fun. I'm
Oh,
telling
it
you.
is. That's what I've said too. I said, look, Biden won, whatever the fuck. But for comics, for shows, podcasts, it's gold.
You're gonna have a Democratic president sometime. Don't you want someone who's does not really have these crazy ideas and is a loon?
And it's just,
Hilarious.
he's got Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it was Alzheimer's.
He doesn't know.
It is Lloyd
much
Bridges.
they
This
want
is
him
like a
alone.
Rodney Dangerfield movie, but
Yeah.
Rodney has Alzheimer's and is president.
Right.
And then on the heels.
Oh, we
of
got it. Here's the
Trump,
clip.
This is crazy.
Is that over those 8 years, there were 3 million people that were deported and separated from their families. We had this classification of families.
Well, you should vote for Trump.
Families
You
and
should vote for
felons.
Trump.
And I'm not gonna do that. But I want to make sure that immigrant families and people like Sylvia are not.
This is during the
afraid.
primaries.
And you have the power
And,
as a candidate to
A
actually
lot of Hispanics did vote for Trump, by the way.
But that was him during the primaries being like, yeah,
Yeah.
vote for Trump. I'm not even
Vote
having a
for Trump.
conversation with you.
Isn't it kind
Oh,
of
I
a
hear you.
softball answer for something on his side?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh my God, this motherfucker.
It's going to be hilarious.
It is going to be a lot of fun. Did you see
It's so
Did you see that with Lindsey
aggravated by
Graham?
the press.
what?
So Lindsey Graham, yeah, what now? Lindsey Graham starts turning on Trump.
Yeah.
He's in the airport. A bunch of Trump fans surround him,
Yes.
screaming him, traitor, traitor, traitor. The next week, he's on Sean Hannity holding the line. it's terrible what these Democrats are doing. We have to stick by the president. And it's like, good. That's exactly how you hold these assholes accountable. Get in their fucking face and get them scared.
And get them scared. Yeah. But now, I mean, now all of them can just turn their back on him and try to.
Yeah, but they can
make
still
it
hold them
seem like-
accountable in terms of like, don't work with these other people and put on a show of fighting them.
I think MAGA got crushed now. I think even a week ago it was stronger than it is right now, and
course,
2
he's
weeks ago it was stronger than that.
Yeah, but he's not the president anymore.
But he's not the president. But you know, you hear, well, it's not a person, it's the movement, and it's this, and then you're like, they just made. They're portraying anybody that supported the president as, first of all, mental patient, some kind of fucking conspiracy.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Everyone who has one crazy friend, that crazy friend went for Trump. You know this.
Yeah. But then they have there's that, or you're a racist. So there's it's easy to crush a movement like that when you have the media,
I think you're
and everyone
wrong.
else calling people racist.
That's why you're wrong. Because this used to be the Tea Party.
Yeah.
And the Tea Party didn't get crap. And then it grew, and it became the presidency, and it became MAGA. And then Trump got more votes the second time than the first time, which shouldn't have happened because 4 years of relentlessness.
Right.
These people aren't going anywhere. I think it's going to get worse for the left. Mm-hmm. It went from 2010 to 2020.
But 80 million votes Biden got.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when you have 70 million people who are upset,
Yeah.
it can cause a lot of drama.
They can, if they were lefties, they really would.
Yeah, they'd be
Burn
able to.
down
they'd be able-
fucking cities. You know, one insurrection and they fucking call everybody.
Insurrection, yeah. The fucking
Insurrection.
the Dasani didn't get knocked over.
It was light vandalism
Yes.
at the Capitol.
By an actor.
5 people died. 4 of them shouldn't have been there. Fat old boomers that didn't know their fucking, they weren't revolutionaries. And a cop that got a little overzealous and shot some girl in the neck. And a cop that died later on of complications.
They all hated Steve Singer.
Did they hate Steven Singer?
They
'Cause-
did.
They all died up with COVID.
Yes. I believe someone was stabbed by one of his Twinkle Twinkle star roses.
A COVID went right through her neck.
Those are definitely a self-defense weapon. Did you see the poet laureate? The youngest poet?
God, the way white liberals fetishize black people.
Dude, they
think
really
they're
do.
leprechauns. It's
It's a
amazing.
fetish. I was scrolling through and every single post was, oh my God, she's amazing. And it's the same thing as in Penn Station, walking from the train to the exit. There's a black dude and he has a cello and he plays like classical music on a boombox and plays along with it. And white people fucking love it. Yeah. They stand around, they give him money because it's like, look, he's playing real music like we listen to. And they're
But
so
even though we don't
racist.
listen to it.
Yeah,
They don't
first
at
of all, we
all.
don't listen to it. Like he's playing the do, 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 do.
Jamie Foxx and Robert Downey Jr. made a movie about that guy.
Did
They
they?
did.
I don't know the reference.
Wouldn't even know what movie that was.
It was, yeah, I watched it. It's not good.
I'm sure it's.
I thought the last guy who
something I wouldn't
spoke was going to be the Dr. Reverend, which is the greatest title a human being can have.
Dr. Reverend, yes.
I'm a Reverend, Dr. Reverend.
Dr. Reverend.
I thought he was going to play
Junior at
some
the
fucking
end.
blind piano when he walked up.
Yeah.
I was a little.
He was
I
full
a little-
of fire and brimstone, right?
Yeah, he had a lot of that.
Yeah, I like those fire and brimstone guys.
Before him was, the lady version of Crisscross.
Yeah. So this girl gets up and it's.
Well, it was better than his speech. I'm just going to say that.
Did you like it? being
I
from
liked it
Detroit?
more than listening to fucking him.
Yeah, was it like 8 Mile?
It was, yes, it
something you hear
reminded
on
me
8
of
Mile?
rap battles.
In the D.
Reminded me of home.
I hate any type of poetry. I hate slam poetry. When Chip does it, I get so annoyed. Chip Chipperson, first of all, because he seems good at it. Like when I see him do it, I'm like, that's no different than any slam poet I've ever seen. Like he actually can do it. And it's so annoying. And I just hate the drama and how everyone goes, yeah, like no one likes this. Just stop it. No one, I don't mean everyone. I don't mean that. There's few people, but the vast majority of people are like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it.
When I was on Def Poetry
There's angry old
Slam,
man.
you were all
There's
about
angry
it.
old man Biden.
Here's angry old man Biden right now. I'm doing my impression.
That's what he's saying about her.
I have to get a new impression of the president, and this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look.
Like, that fucking all blah, 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 blah.
What is this doing this?
They're trying to talk with rhymes or something.
Black poets are just as good as smart poets.
Just as good as white smart poets. Let me see a little of. Do you got an example?
When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this
Why
never-ending
is she dressed like she's in a Wizard of
shade?
Oz remake?
Well, they were.
Doesn't she look like she should be guarding the Emerald City?
It looks like they're doing a high school play for it's like a Rosa Parks musical.
She's like a chess piece. Like there's a musical about chess and she's the pawn.
He's the chess.
Well, she is the pawn, ironically.
I know.
Oh wow, they love. Oh my goodness, do they love a good African American woman, well spoken? Liberal lefts love this shit.
You don't know she's African American.
You're right. I don't.
True.
I read it.
Like people corrected me on Twitter. I'm like, you don't fucking know. She could be Jamaican or some shit.
I read she
That's
was.
true.
Oh, was she? Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because
Wouldn't they just call her that anyway?
They do.
they call Kamala Harris African American too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Never-ending shade. The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace. In the norms and notions of what just isn't always just
is.
I can't do this.
Oh.
I
And
can't
yet
do this. I
the
can't
dawn
do this.
It's embarrassing.
It really is
I
bad.
can't do
It's douche chilling. Like that's what Chip does. I think he's used just is and justice
That
in
is-
one of his own.
That is
fucking rhymes.
the whitest shit I've ever heard.
It really is.
This is white people shit.
This is white people shit. You're right.
That is who wrote it.
Oh, a white person.
It's a white lady.
This is so bad.
Oh, that's...
Just is. Just.
Did you see some
is.
people are posting selfies of themselves crying on Twitter?
Yes, I've seen that.
talking about that
It's
earlier.
mental.
It's
Literally mental.
It's literally.
They are absolute retards or whatever.
Now I could see them posting like champagne, like we got rid of Trump.
Right. Celebratory.
Yeah,
They're crying.
Crying. I can see you crying that we have a black president. Finally, this is a big symbol of racism.
Oh, I thought you meant
okay,
like me.
Not in your
Like me with
sense.
Obama.
But like
crying.
Biden, like you're crying. What the fuck?
I just can't
Doing
stand
shots of
this.
Hennessy.
getting up in front of a giant crowd of people and doing this poetry about how awful and racist and there's no justice and this while you're swearing in a woman of color, whatever the fuck, as vice president, and
An Indian woman.
you had a 2-term black dude as a president. How the fuck? When is it going to be good enough? When is it going to be the poets are like, hey, hickory dickory dock?
I think like golf and the
They're only the
presidency.
80s.
Yeah.
The poet laureate Andrew Dice Clay will now come up for Ronald Reagan's inauguration.
Little
You know,
Donnie
Nancy
Dump.
Reagan was known for giving the best head in Hollywood
Really?
before they got married.
Really? Nancy Reagan was?
Reagan,
Wow,
yeah.
Good for her.
And she had a giant head.
Headmaster.
Big head to grab onto. Nice. Yeah. I'm the poet laureate. Oh, hickory dickory dog. The Secretary of Health sucks cock.
Secretary of Health.
Has a cock. Thank you. Hickory dickory. The Secretary of Health
Lady
has a cock.
That lady has a cock.
That lady has a cock. Eh. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Yeah. And now, let me hear a little more of the poet. I need a little more of the just is and just
Take back what I said, all right?
Just is.
For we knew it, somehow we do it, somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised
I
by
love how
a
hold on. She's humble bragging about how thin she is. Oh, by the way, I'm
That's a humble brag.
Hey, Stacey Abrams, you listening?
Oh, she's body shaming right up there.
Hey, Stace.
Yeah.
Hi, girl.
A skinny black girl.
A girl with a fine ass who's a boss.
Descended from slaves? How does she know? Maybe
She's from Libya.
her family
Looked at
It
her
was her
hand.
mom.
came over,
Yes.
not being slaves. Who knows?
She's still there, of course.
A little more, please.
single mother can dream of becoming president only to find herself reciting for one.
A White
And
House
yes,
resident.
we are far from polished,
Right?
far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions
white.
of man.
Except
And
white
so we
men.
lift our
Straight
gaze
white
not to-
men can go fuck themselves, please. Then they wouldn't be straight. Wait a minute.
No, but if you suck a cock, you're on our team.
What irony. Straight white men could go fuck themselves. Anyway.
what
all right.
stands between us, but what stands before
He's
us.
the secretary's
we close
penis.
the divide
What's
because we
this
know
shit?
to put our future first. We must
Why
first
isn't
put
someone
our
getting the
differences
waitress over
aside,
here?
Glad this is the
lay
booth
down
called
our
that.
arms
Waving at her
and
like
reach
she's the
out our
waitress.
arms
Hey!
to one another. We
a
seek
jacket like she
harm
works
to
at fucking
none, and
IHOP.
harmony
I need
for
more
all.
wine.
Let the globe
Where's my
and nothing
boysenberry
else
syrup?
Say this.
This
is
man
true.
show up is not going to refill
That
itself.
even as we grieved, we grew. That even as we hurt, we hoped. That even as we tired, we tried.
It
That
worked
we'll forever
back
be
with MLK and with Maya Angelou when there was a struggle going on and German shepherds and fire hoses and cops fucking like there was a time where you would
Joe
watch
Biden
a
was
woman
in college.
yeah when Joe Biden was fucking
And
No,
then,
yeah, he was in the Senate in '72 at age 30, so he would have
Yeah.
been out of college.
oh yeah. So during his college days, he was probably there,
Yeah.
you know, helping out, getting those people off the street.
yeah, he was telling them.
Falls clean.
Yeah.
When he said he marched with MLK and that was a lie, and he fucking got arrested with Nelson Mandela and that was a lie. It's a lying sack of shit.
In
he's
fairness, he
delusional.
just
or he's
watched
just
two
delusional.
movies
He's
that were
having-
about that.
Vietnam flashbacks. He's having Vietnam deferment flashbacks.
I remember when I marched with MLK. No,
in
you
Vietnam.
didn't.
Yeah.
You just watched Selma. So relax.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, God bless. She's doing a great job. What do you want? It's so there's no struggle anymore for people to go, oh, yes, she's really like
How
I
about the
said.
struggle to get out of our houses and go to the dinner
Yeah, how
somewhere?
about
Yeah,
that,
that would be-
struggle? To get a fucking filet mignon
How about,
somewhere.
how about a struggle to be a waitress and pay your rent?
Yeah, there's a good struggle. Right, you're a fucking bartender that hasn't made money in fucking a year. What about that struggle? Cocksuckers.
I get on my knees and I say to the Lord, let me go to Applebee's.
Exactly. Oh my God,
Is that
Michael
what you're wearing?
Malice.
The scent of Applebee's?
Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
No, it's I'm wearing the scent of what a lot of them wear. You get it next to the Dead Homie store. It comes free with a Dead Homie shirt. Airbrushed.
Greg Gutfeld was commenting on Biden's call for unity.
Things that can bring a unifying feeling to America. You got to stop calling people racists when they're not
There you go.
racist, and you got to legalize MDMA. Do that, everyone's happy.
Craziest sentence.
There you go. Look at Juan Williams. All right, go fuck yourself.
Not too shabby, Greg.
Kamala,
tired of the
Vice
cut
President
shit.
now. Thank you, Michael, for coming on
Speed
the
in my
program today. Anything you want the people to know? Where you'll be, what you'll be
It
doing?
smells terrible.
What?
I smell amazing.
Oh my!
I smell amazing.
I'm embarrassed for all
I
of us.
shower 4 times a day.
Well, then you shower yourself in garbage.
I shower myself in heavenly drops of.
I guess the COVID is still affecting me. My sense of smell.
You don't smell it? Or you're numb
No
to
one
it?
I don't.
smells it. Girls smell it. It's
Girls
just
smell it.
only women and gays can smell it. That's why you can smell it and he can't, or he can smell it and you can't.
You fucked it up.
I did. I fucked it up at the
Called
end.
me a gay.
Nobody
Stupid.
said I wasn't.
Where can people find you?
You don't need to
Michael.
come find me. Leave me alone.
I don't want your audience saying
There's a
anything.
reason he left.
Yeah. No cops, don't come find me.
Here's a very
Leave me alone.
fine follow. I like the when you responded to the guy that was crying. It's like, imagine being this person.
I know, though.
I was
He
like,
was, like, in
I'm
his
so
60s.
glad you said person and not man.
Oh, no.
'Cause it's like, yeah, imagine being this person. It's
Thank you so much at Joe Biden at Kamala Harris. Yeah, Biden is being sworn in. He's like checking his mentions. On
yeah, yeah. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, follow Michael
I know, they
Malice
follow me already.
on Twitter. They do already. Right. Dave, anything you want to tell the fine folks?
DaveLandau.com. We have a bunch of new shirts also if you want to look at that. Some panda shirts with an Old English D on them.
And they've been pre-sprinkled with
They've
the
been
cologne.
pre-sprinkled
So you
with Givenchy pie.
Is it? Is that what it is? Givenchy.
Givenchy. Well, you certainly know the word, don't you?
Yeah, because I know what to throw in the garbage.
Yeah.
Oh my
Garbage.
goodness.
True.
Is that really what you're wearing?
Garbage.
Is that really what you're wearing?
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's
Hell of an
You know you're
endorsement
attracted to it.
I am
you've
not.
given it, Michael.
It's what I do. It's like when Pepe Le Pew paints over a stripe to attract somebody.
President Biden's getting sworn in right now. I hope President Trump filled that chair with his farts.
Oh, God, at the Oval Office? Or,
Yeah, the resolute desk just
he's
farted it up.
Last in fucking White Castle.
Righteous
White Castle gassers into the Oval Office, the presidential chair.
It's just incredible.
That's
Every time he
Fire and
sits in it.
fury, the likes of which you've never seen.
He has had more fast food farts
I
than
know.
any
Yeah,
president
yeah.
in history.
Will William Howard Taft.
Well, that's
Border wall, reverse child ban, rejoin the. Oh fuck. Oh well, and anyway, I missed what
the fuck is
what
this?
he's signing.
Anyway, I'll look at it later.
Rolls back some policies. I'll catch it on the train.
Yeah,
Fuck it, along with AIDS. Oh, there it is. Rejoin Paris. Get rid of the. Why do they keep doing that?
They
Muslim
don't want
travel
you to
ban.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want you seeing it. Make homosexuality illegal again.
Make it mandatory.
Yeah, make it mandatory.
State mandated homosexuality.
I'm gonna do things. And the president.